BetOnline is the world's most trusted betting platform and your number one source for online betting. From the earliest odds to in-game live betting, BetOnline provides you with all the action and the ability to watch the games as they happen. With the largest selection of odds on everything from football, NBA, NHL, and much more. Head to BetOnline today to get in on the action with America's most trusted site for online wagering. BetOnline. The game starts here.
This shit feel like ain't seven. Put lines on through my action. Wake up in the morning, count my blessings. Feel like heaven. This shit feel like ain't seven.
Welcome to the Money Down on the Believe Network, presented by BetOnline.ag. Had another good weekend of football. We got to start first with the Bills-Lions, the game of the week. I was fortunate enough to call that game on the radio, and it lived up to the hype, man. A lot of points, a lot of offense, not much defense, going on out there. What's going on, Frank Seal? Appreciate you tuning in. See you a big Celtics fan. And look at our hosts here. Nice of you to join us, man. Yeah, come in. nice of you to join us, my guy. we can't hear you, but got to start with the Lions and Bills. I mean, Josh Allen showed out once again.
MVP.
Yeah, he definitely he done catapulted Saquon after this week. Like this. Go ahead.
yeah. It's ridiculous, and I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you. I was pulling for Saquon to win it. I mean, it's been a long time since a running back, has been in the conversation of actually winning. And obviously CMC last year, but this was a year it actually felt like it was going to be that. But, man, the way that Josh Allen been playing, bro, I ain't going to lie to you. It's looking like Super Bowl-ish too, right? Like you talking about, he just went into a hostile environment. Detroit, I know myself included, was picking them to, come out of the NFC. And what he was able to just go in there and do was ridiculous. So, shout out to Josh Allen, especially missing Diggs too, right? Like that. Let's address the big question. Like, I don't think nobody thought Buffalo was going to be anything this season, losing, probably their best offensive threat.
Losing pieces on defense too.
Losing a
lot on defense, right? A lot.
And for them to be where they at, bro, you got to give it to, McDermott and that whole staff. They got them boys rolling for sure.
Facts.
Them boys definitely up one. Josh Allen, you look unstoppable. It seems like it's their year. I know all of us counting them out, before the season started. But right now, as the season starting to come to a close, it's looking like they could definitely run that table as long as their defense, can slow offenses down just enough. We already know they can score, at will. You got James Cook was going crazy. You had
home run hitter.
Yeah. Well, any week, any play, and they got three backs for real. Tyler Johnson, he goes crazy. And they got Ray Davis, he balls out too, and you got Josh Allen, as a threat with his legs and through the air. I mean, some of the plays he made this past week, were crazy. Like he's scrambling, to the left, throwing it back to the right, creating big plays. The Lions stood no chance. Like he was rushing all over the field. Like the Lions. I know I kind of had them coming out of the NFC. They're getting decimated on defense now, so it's looking
taking a lot of injuries
for them. So to me, I think it might get cut short. And once again, too, I mean, Dan Campbell, he has some odd way of doing things. Man. I don't understand what goes on in his mind. I know his defense couldn't stop or slow down the Buffalo Bills, but to kick an onside kick down 10 points and 12 minutes left in the game.
Hey, the man different. And you saw it last year in the playoffs. Like the man's different. Like this is boy said screw analytics.
Yeah, I mean, it ain't analytics. He just doing it. He don't care.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, he said he ain't worried about analytics.
What's mind-boggling to me kind of is like anybody with obviously right at that point in the game, your defense couldn't stop nobody. And, I understand why, but at the same time, you always got to have that mindset of next series, my defense is going to go out there and this is the one they're going to get it done at. Mm-hmm. You see, you only lost, you still lost 48-42. That onside kick is the damn near the change.
He pretty
much ran it back. So like, I don't know. I just my thing with Detroit is always going to be, it's not going to be the team, even with the injuries. Like I feel like they can overcome it because they got so many key pieces, right? Like Jahmyr Gibbs, absolute dog. The guys on the outside between St. Brown and, you know, J-Mo, like, they can find a way, but the person that's gonna hold his team back is gonna be the head coach with some of the decision making. And it's always gonna look good, right? When you go for it on 4th and 5 and you get it, but when you don't get it, and it's gonna be in the games that matter the most, as you saw this week, right? Just a decision of kicking the onside kick. That's what's going to cost you, man. They should have been in the Super Bowl last year.
And don't get me wrong, like, I love the aggressiveness. I love that your coach I love that the coach Dan Campbell has so much trust in his team to go out and make a play in a crucial game time situation. But like you said, man, it's going to cost you in the big games, and all eyes are going to fall on you at the end of the day as the head coach, allowing the calls to be made, making those calls that cost you games at the end of the day.
Yeah, and he was holding on to his timeouts too. Like, man, they ended the game with 2 timeouts still in their pocket. Like, what you hold on to them things for? Like, I don't
didn't that happen like earlier in the season at some point? Like maybe like 3 or 4 games ago, or 3 or 4 weeks ago, where he like held on to timeouts or something like that. I can't remember who it was. I thought it was them, but wow, bro, it
just don't make sense. Like Buffalo had the ball, crossed their 50-yard line. Your defense is holding up, but instead of calling any of your timeouts, you let them kick a field goal. They run it all the way down pretty much to the 2-minute warning. You still got your 3 timeouts. Then y'all get the ball back. You're driving. You don't call a timeout till y'all get like inside the 10-yard line. Like what are we doing, man? Like it just don't make sense. But hey,
James, can I ask you something? You got a chance to call these games, and I will say this for all our viewers: if James is in the building, if you see him post that picture on Sunday, he in the building, it's gonna be a good ass game. I can guarantee that. All his games he done called, been nailed by it. But how is the energy in the building, right? Like when some of these decisions, because if we feel it, like the hell you doing? I'm sure the fans gotta have some type of reaction. Any boos, any like how's the reaction in the building?
There's no boos. Like nobody's booing him whatsoever. Everybody, I think they understand what type of coach he is, and they live and they die by it. So
they're just grateful to have a winning record after all them years.
After all them years, I ain't gonna lie.
Obviously they had it last year, but it's been a long time coming. Can't boo too much.
Yeah, and we kind of talk about it before the game. We were like, this potentially could be a Super Bowl rematch some point down the line. Mm-hmm. I think it would have been dope to see, like, for both of those cities, for Buffalo and for Detroit, to make it to a Super Bowl or to win for either one of those cities. That would mean, so much to each franchise. I don't see that happening from the Lions standpoint. I can see it as of right now. I can see Buffalo getting to a Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. I can't see the Lions. I mean, I got to see their defense get shored up a little bit with all these injuries. I don't know, how they fix that. Having a bunch of guys just kind of filling in roles. I know they can score points. Anybody they could do that. You lose David Montgomery too, who's out for the season. That's your physical back. No Jahmyr Gibbs, he's dynamic. He can do his thing. But I think that 1-2 punch is definitely something special.
That always like when they say out for the season, do they mean like the random weeks or like playoff?
They might be regular season, I believe.
Okay, see, because it always messed with me. It's like, yeah, out for the remainder of the season, but there's like 3 games left. Like, I ain't tripping about that. But if you mean he out till March, like,
because that was he tore his MCL, right?
Yeah, I think he's just. It might have been sprained. I don't know if he sprained or tore. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I'm not sure exactly. I forgot what it exactly was, but he's a physical runner. Yeah. For him, he need all that because he run hard. Boy, like
he's big too. If you ain't seen him in person, that motherfucker.
Yeah. He will run through a wall, man. We'll turn the page to another game, another primetime game that went on. The Eagles Steelers, a big matchup. Obviously, last week you had the issue of AJ Brown saying that the Eagles need to work on their passing game. This week, passing game looked all right. The boys were throwing the right. So y'all chill out. You scored him a little touchdown. Scored a touchdown. He skipped past everybody. Ran right to Jalen Hurts. Did they little celebrate to make sure everybody saw today.
Might have cost me my fantasy week doing all that bull job.
What you mean?
Man, I had Saquon. Where Saquon only gave me 6.9 points.
Yeah, but the Steelers. I played Saquon this week, so I'm happy about it.
That's it.
I mean, I ain't making it to the playoffs or nothing, but I'm trying to knock everybody off that I'm playing. You know what I'm saying? Worst team in the league.
Gave up, I don't even check that motherfucker no more, bro.
But just seeing that just again, shows you all the weapons that they got on the offensive side of the ball, bro. AJ Brown went crazy. Devontae Smith went crazy. Like, bro, they got weapons on that offensive side of the ball.
Yeah,
and I think too is like when you talk about the weapons that they have, like the top dog ain't even get off, bro. Like you said, he gave you 6 points.
Yeah,
I just think moving forward, especially as it get late in the season, it's gonna be tough to stop Philly, right? Like, if I was a defensive coordinator, my plan would be to make one throw the ball, you know what I'm saying, and beat us. And in past seasons, it's looked good, but it's like he's still gonna have to show me. It's starting to look good now. It's starting to look good. So it's all gonna run off of Jalen Hurts, right? If Jalen Hurts keep playing the way he's playing right now, and he can distribute that ball, Saquon gonna be Saquon. He gonna get it right. It's gonna have to be the outside, the guys that's gonna be able to win, and Jalen Hurts to throw the ball. If they do that, all 3 of those, this team gonna be an issue.
This is the funny thing, though, bro. It's funny you say that. It's like you want to make Jalen Hurts beat you with his arm, right? But like the man can do that, and he's shown. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying like you saying that, but just like people say, "Oh, make Jalen Hurts beat us with his arm." Bro, like you got to remember the man's been top 5, top 6 in passing yards a season. Like over the last couple seasons, well, not since but over the last couple of years, like they went to the Super Bowl. Like they've been there. Like he's performed like very well to be able to have the ball in his hands, to be able to get the ball to his playmakers. Like it's pick your poison. It ain't make him beat us. It's pick your poison. What you gonna give up? Like what you know what I'm saying? Like
if you turn the film on, who did they lose to in the playoffs last year? Tampa?
Ooh, I think they.
It might have been.
I forget exactly. But
the 2 years though. The 2 years they lost.
You gotta.
I think it was Tampa too. I think Tampa was the team he can't beat. Like
I get that, but he also didn't have Saquon in the backfield them 2 years either.
That is true for sure. That is.
Miles Sanders went bad though, bro.
Miles Sanders wasn't bad. They had DeAndre Swift for a year or two, didn't they? Well?
Yeah,
not bad.
Yeah,
but they are not Saquon Barkley. That's a huge.
But
difference.
the year they made it to the Super Bowl, I mean, you didn't even need Saquon Barkley. That offensive line.
You didn't. That offensive line was fire.
Big old holes when the boys be running through.
Yeah, for sure.
For Jalen Hurts and for those back. So but I mean, Jalen Hurts was doing his thing too through the air and everything. He was playing pretty much unstoppable. Even in the Super Bowl, he was playing. I know he had to fumble and everything, but other than that, he was playing lights out. So
great football.
So if he's on point, that passing game is on point. The defense is really coming together. They're able to slow down that Steelers offense, which it depends on the week what they look like, whether they can be explosive or not. But they handle their business. But speaking of Jalen Hurts, we'll go to our social standouts of the week. He heard the noise from last week about him and AJ Brown. He made sure he addressed it right when he walked up to the podium.
So that's what y'all want to see, huh?
Hey, talk your talk. Talk your talk.
You said you figured this out. Is that what we saw tonight?
We found a way to win the game.
He switched it up on
my dog got the tango on, fresh.
Chain on Zephyr Hills. What that been water?
I'm telling you.
That about $100K right there on his neck. Right on his neck for real. Hey, but I like it though, man. Yeah. Look.
Oh, for sure.
You hear the noise, you address it, and you kind of brush it off a little bit. Like, look, man, you're going to have some down games in this league. Every game not going to be 250 yards, 2 touchdowns, all that. You may only throw for 100 yards. You may catch an L or you may win it. You never know. But as long as you bounce back, as long as your team getting wins, that's all that matters to me. I know everybody cares about the stat sheet and this and that. As long as you got that W, it's way better to fix things with a W than a loss to me. So hopefully he keeps that mantra, going on throughout be a motivator for all those guys to kind of rally together, because there's been a lot of question marks going on from there. And I mean, that kind of makes me go to the next social standout. We're keeping it in that same game. Nick Sirianni trying to go over to address Jalen Carter. I think he had a play that he didn't agree with on the field. The line coach blocked him.
You should have saw that play, though. Hey, you should have saw that play. That joke was funny.
But it ain't bad though. But it's just weird to me though that a position coach could keep your head coach from getting to like a player like it. You know what I'm saying? It don't look like he going there with no type of animosity. He just trying to go over there and talk to him.
But ain't no need, dog. Ain't no need.
Ain't no need. That's my plan,
bro. But that's like we as defensive linemen, and this is what we always say: we are the most nastiest people on the field, point blank. Period. We got to be the most nastiest people on the field, point blank. Period. Obviously, you get a hand to the face or whatever you want to call it, it's a penalty, whatever. He ain't been a problem all game. It ain't like he done cost you, penalty here, penalty there, unnecessary roughness, like unsportsmanlike conduct. Bro, it was one penalty and the man is juiced up. Like, don't bring him down off of that, especially in a tight game like this. Again, handle that stuff in the locker room, handle that stuff in the post-game film, but you ain't got to do that on the field. Again, we go into a game with this. No, it's not. But the coach knew. But the D-line coach knew what time he was on. Like,
but damn, like I can't talk to you after you done. I can't come over and say nothing.
It's different when you. It's different when you. I feel like it's a difference between coming over and saying, "Hey, yo, keep hustling. Be careful." You know what I'm saying? Like, watch what you're doing. Then coming over and like trying to snap or. Put your foot down and things like that, man. We supposed to. That's how we carry ourselves, bro. So don't kill his juice when he's having a good game. Like, don't do that. Wait to do that. What?
Finish.
No. I was gonna say that. Just what? If I'm him, right? If I'm him, like he laughing on sideline things. Like if I'm him, I'm having we're playing a good game. I'm balling. I'm being my dominant self. Okay, I get a flag. That's on me, right? Yeah, game moves on. Let's continue to keep me in that headspace, like I'm trying to continue to F up whoever's in front of me, right? My head coach comes over and says, that's a dumb penalty, like yada, 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 like you can't be doing that. Like, then I'm focused on something other than the game in that moment. And right now, you need me to be at my best. You don't need me to be worried about something else. And let me continue to do what I'm doing. It was a mistake. We'll fix it in the locker room. We'll fix it when we watch film or something like that. But if that's the type of time that the head coach on, like, not saying that he can't come over and say nothing, he the head coach, but don't come. Take the juice out of your.
Gotta come correct, but for sure,
I agree with you, Warren. Especially when you got a player like him. When he in his zone, he in the zone. Coach, I got it. Like, just go worry about whoever offense that's on the field, whatever. My thing with Philly is this is the most like 11-2 team that like it just seemed like it's shit every week. I don't get it. Early in the year, the coach was, going back and forth with fans in the crowd. They made that a big deal. Last week, AJ complaining about some targets, this and that, and then this week, it just always seemed like it's some drama and something going on in Philly, bro. But I think, like you said, Warren, I don't see no problem with it. Again, I know. D-line, it's a whole different world, in them trenches that y'all boys is messed up. And
different now.
It's a different world.
Different headspace.
You got to be in a different headspace, right? Man, let him stay in that headspace. If he being a menace and he got a penalty that, was uncalled for or whatever, coach, I got it. Go worry about something else.
But no, man,
he ain't Bill, James. He ain't.
I know he's not Bill, but hey, I can't talk. I gotta talk to you. You be tripping. you be tripping almost every other week. Man, let me say, I'm able to cuss you out or nothing, but let me talk to you. Let me see what
you're not. Like, Nick Sirianni might try some stuff like that.
It ain't look like he was going over there to like act crazy. He just trying to.
We don't know what he could have been saying in the headset. We don't know. You know what I'm saying? He could have been like, man, tell her like,
right. I ain't gonna lie. Hey, Warren, I'd have been like, Coach Warren, like, bro, the camera's on us. Like, bro, get the hell out the way, bro. You ain't finna embarrass. Now it's looking like a scene, but
because really, if you want, like, as the head coach, like, obviously you should be able to have access to all your players, things like that. But if you want to say something to him as he's coming off of the sideline, go, you know what I'm saying? Go take your papers, hit him on the backside, be like, hey, we got to be smart and keep it pushing. But all that other stuff, you got stopped for I just feel like you got stopped for a reason. Like, you bringing the wrong type of energy that we need right now.
I don't know. It just seemed like the respect ain't necessarily there with my dog Sirianni. I don't know.
But I mean, that could be the thing too, because he tripping in the media, chirping back at bro. Nick Sirianni, the head coach, he don't run that team now. Like, let's keep it a band. He got some dogs on that team. He don't run it.
But you gotta be you the coach. What you mean?
You the head coach at that.
Like, you ain't got control over your own team. You can't get to your play. I don't know.
Man,
This,
You gotta
I
control
mean, we
yourself
probably
first.
make it a bigger deal than what it
YN
is.
is different.
Yeah,
man.
they definitely different.
It's a different,
Especially them
different
Georgia.
league, fam.
Especially them Georgia boys.
Yeah, especially them Georgia.
And you got plenty of them on your team too.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
4 or 5 of them. Like it's different.
Yeah, definitely is. But we'll turn the page. We had another solid game. We had the Bucks versus the Chargers. Looked like the Chargers were handling business early on, and the Bucks, man, they ran away with it. Them Bucks, they one of them teams. I know we talk about your Rams being a dangerous team. This Bucks team is a dangerous team as well. They can beat you on the ground. They can beat you on the ground. They can beat you in the air. And their defense, I think their defense is good enough. Like they can slow you. They can slow you down. They can create some turnovers. They still have some veteran players over there. Obviously Levante David, and then got a guy to safety in the back end. I don't know why his name slipped my Winfield. He made plays as well. So
he hurt though right now.
He hurt. Okay, so I mean they got the talent to do it, and Baker been on fire. Like
Shouts out to Bake, boy.
That's the piece though. That's the piece.
He got confidence. Like he doing some stuff like we never seen Baker do some of the junk that he doing. Like he
swagger now.
Throwing the ball back across the field. Mike Evans back in that mode after coming back from injury. So I think this is a dangerous football team. They beat a good Chargers team who have been able to slow down a lot of football teams. And they ran it up on them too. So I don't know. They're at the top of their division too. The Bucks. They starting to run away with that division. We'll see what the Falcons doing tonight. What that score look like? Oh, y'all 12-3.
12-3. We got a chance.
I need Drake London to give me about 2 more tugs.
Dang, fam, all this
2 times. That's it, like a shot.
Bro, we put up, bro. It's crazy. It's crazy that I don't put
win. You talking about 2 tugs?
Hey, it's crazy. It's crazy. I don't put up 140 and I'm still losing.
Dang. Ooh, it's tough. What the person you playing? How much they got?
Like 147, and they got Brock Bowers.
You got a shot though. We got him in check. Man, you good.
Yeah, I need Kirk to.
Kirk gotta see. That's the
thing. I need Kirk will change today.
He gotta play good because I ain't gonna lie. You hit them rumbles, fam. They calling for that rook.
It's almost time.
Tighten up.
Yeah,
but like with Baker, though, I was just gonna say that with Baker, I like. Tampa don't scare me just because you don't know consistently what Baker Mayfield you're going to get. Now, you get the Baker Mayfield you got yesterday, ain't going to be an issue. And then he has games where he kind of get a little like loose cannon-ish where, again, he throwing the ball across the field, and sometimes it worked. But, in that playoff ball, them 1 or 2 mistakes or turnovers is what's going to cost you. So I just want to see what he do, come January. But, again, if this Tampa team play the way they are, they're gonna be a threat to a lot of people, right? Like Mike Evans is still top dog in this league, first ballot Hall of Famer, gonna win one-on-ones. I just want to see now without Chris Godwin, right? When you face a team that got a premier corner, like a shutdown guy, or they can double team and then let somebody else go out there and play one-on, how he's gonna react to it. I just don't think the Chargers have that right now. Like they don't have that corner where it's like go lock up Mike. You see what I'm saying? But I think a good team, man. They can run the ball. I like Bucky Irv a lot.
Bucky and Rashad White. I got both of them boys on my fantasy team. So
and you drafted double running backs, same team.
I mean, I missed the draft, but I scooped up both of them. I had Rashad. They gave me Rashad White, and I picked up Bucky Irvin at some point during the season. But I kept both of them because you can almost play both of them every week if you wanted to. They both be eating. Like it'd be either Rashad White get a touchdown, Bucky Irvin get 2 touchdowns. So they both been eating. I think that's what helps them out too. They got 2 good backs that can take the pressure off Baker a little bit. That can kind of fill that void for Godwin because both of those dudes can catch the ball out of the backfield too. So we'll see what those Bucks can do. We'll turn the page to the other game. We had the Broncos versus the Colts. Man, a huge play in this game was our guy JT. Man, he had to drop the ball, before the goal line and everything. And I feel like that kind of shifted things for the Colts. And those type of we talk about momentum. I know people like analytics and all that, but that momentum stuff is real. When you might have 7 on the board and you get nothing like that, and the opposing team get the ball back
on the 22. Was it
20? 20? Yeah, on the 20. On the 20. It might be 25.
25. Yeah, but it might be the 30, right?
Yeah, I don't even know. They changed them the spot rules so much, but
might be
that really shifts game. So this Denver Broncos team, man. They dangerous too. Like I never ever thought they would be in this spot.
Bo Nix.
Yeah, Bo. And he ain't play that great. He ain't play that great.
Yeah.
But their team as a whole, like their defense. They play like Vance Joseph. Got to give him a ton of credit what he's done with that defense. Like I said, most of those guys on that defense, most people cannot name a person. Like I can hardly name.
That DN going crazy.
Yeah.
I don't even know his name. I'm like 15 or something.
Yeah. Yep. Speaking of that, we might as well get to this.
Some quick
How you say
hitters.
his name?
Or use the game quarterback run game.
Everybody down, play
So Mitchell's going to be double pass, and that one is intercepted. It's Bonito.
Yeah, that boy baller.
Homer. That fine coming.
Hit some quick hitters.
Yes, sir. He is St. Thomas product too. So
For real.
That's crazy.
Shout out to SC. I know that till today. That's why they say St. Thomas. I reposted the play or something. Yeah, had no idea. But shout out to the kid, man.
Y'all be cheating, bro.
We not cheating, man.
Cheating.
We just produce playmakers. That's all we do, man.
After this, I gotta do more. He from Broward. He from Dade.
He from Broward. I think he originally went to university school, and then when Coach Harriet ended up going to switched over to St. Thomas, he followed there. So I think he was one of his first classes there at St. Thomas. But yeah, he a baller. I mean, I've seen him at Oklahoma, and I've seen his name pop up every now and then. But he been eating. He got like 11.5 sacks. He got a pick six. So as we say, money down segments where plays are made. That's how you get paid. That money probably on the way.
I know that boy in there kind of like jittery, like y'all need to just cut the check. Nah, fam. Wait.
Yeah.
Go ahead and cut it now.
Yeah, but the Broncos, man, I think they pose a threat to some teams, man. A team that nobody expects them to go out there and win a bunch of playoff games, but they're gonna be in it. And they can put that pressure on you. They're gonna apply that pressure on defense. It all depends on what Bo Nix shows up. You know what I'm saying? If he protects the football, if he don't take them chances and everything, you never know what you're gonna get from a rookie quarterback. But shout out to Sean Payton. I thought
the defense gonna give you a chance.
Yeah, defense give you a chance.
Two things. One, I ain't gonna lie, I'm one of them people. I was hating on Sean P. You feel me? And now that I didn't want him to do good because how he treated Russ. You feel me? But I mean, he been able to. And then another thing is getting to the playoffs. You don't want to go to Denver just because of that mile high, that air. I don't care what people say. It's a little tougher to play in that in Denver. So if they keep playing the way they are, hopefully they get maybe the first round home game. Maybe somebody got to come to them. And it's gonna be a tough sled. But Denver, they got a squad. As long as you got a good defense, you got some guys that can get after the quarterback, which they do have. You're gonna always present a threat and got a chance.
Yeah, most definitely. Then we had the Sunday night game. We had the Packers versus Seahawks.
Bree's favorite team now.
Go Pack, go!
Hey, the Pack. That's another one.
Them boys dangerous.
They got some young gunners over there, man. That offense, Jordan Love, Dobbs, Watson starting to cook up. Jay Reed, he's been consistent all year long. And then Josh Jacobs, man. To me, he's really been the difference for him. He can control the game. Like he been running through stuff, making guys miss. And then defensively, they've been holding their own. They completely really shut down the Seahawks. The offense. I know Geno Smith got hurt in that game and everything, but even when he was in, they weren't really doing much. So. This Packers, man, that whole NFC North, man, crazy good, man. Between them, the Vikings, and the Detroit Lions, that division is tough, man.
That might be the best division in football
this year for sure.
This year, maybe.
I mean, it may be for the next foreseeable future too, because all those teams are pretty young. What you mean?
I ain't say nothing. I just made a face.
You made a face like you made a face.
My mouth ain't even moved. I ain't say nothing.
Yeah. You I know you want to say your NFC West and all
I ain't say a word.
You wanted to.
No, I didn't.
Damn, they're the best division in football.
Yeah, they the best division in football. And I mean, I would assume the Bears get a little better, depending on who they hire, head coach and everything. If Caleb Williams takes that next step, and then you really got four teams that could potentially be dangerous. But the Bears got obviously a long way to go. They got the talent. It's all about he did. Tell him, Los. You saw his face.
You feel me, Los?
His face. He can't hide it. He want that NFC West to be the best division so bad.
No. We every dog has.
Listen. We're gonna get to you in a second. Because you and Braylon, I I ain't gonna lie, fam.
Hey, y'all been real disrespectful.
I'm waiting, bro.
It's
Y'all been
y'all.
real disrespectful.
It's y'all too.
Hey, but hey, all I gotta say is, hey man, shout out the Pack, bro. Y'all put us in the division league. Appreciate y'all boys.
Y'all ain't that far ahead. Y'all still
No. Hey, but we there. That's all that matters. We just gotta hold on.
You gotta finish though.
Gotta finish
For sure.
Packers gonna be an issue though.
Yeah, gonna be an issue.
Most definitely.
Them young boys on the outside.
There was an issue last year too. They damn near could have beat San Fran.
San Fran, right?
Yeah. So they gonna be dangerous. And then unfortunately we can't have our guy Cool Ken on here, but his Dolphins.
I talked to him yesterday. He was
hot. Hot.
The Dolphins, man, they cannot win versus a good team. They always look so explosive and so cute. I know Tua missed some time and everything like that, but they always look very good against those weaker opponents. They can run it up, do all those little quick throws, let Tyreek and everybody else go crazy. But when it comes to playing a pretty good opponent, it doesn't seem to show up. And Tua had a rough day. I mean, he had one of the performances it's like all right now, Tua, like he like lobbing the ball, holding on to the ball, stuff like that, throwing the ball across the middle, right to the middle of the field, safety. He had a rough one. And I mean, I know a couple weeks ago, people was on our dog Ken Head when he was like, get rid of McDaniel. But I mean, hey, that seat got to be starting to get hot now.
Know him.
For sure.
Like, I understand like what he did for Tua in that offense. They've been explosive during the regular season, but to me, it hasn't been enough. Like, there's a lot of talent on that team, especially on the offense. That's probably more talent than you could ever need.
That cheese.
I know offensive line ain't the greatest, but as far as the weapons,
I mean, they're not the worst.
They're not the worst, but they
ain't the worst.
They get the job done.
Yeah, they do.
Devin A. Chain been running for some yards now.
Yeah.
Yes, and I don't know. You know, I think it's more sort of play calling. Like, and I don't ever want to be on there calling for somebody's job. I just think Mike McDaniel's got to get back into the lab and figure out and get back into his bag. And the crazy thing is to me is that Shanahan tree, I won't say been struggling this year, but Kyle Shanahan been struggling a little bit. You're out in San Fran, and then Mike McDaniel. I can't say y'all was struggling at first though, Warren.
It was injuries
and stuff, right?
Had we been healthy, we might be 12-2 right now.
Might be true. But I just think, you know, they just got to get back in Miami and Miami. They got to get back in that bag and figure out ways to get Tyreek Hill open, man. Like it used to last year. It looked so easy, right? Between the motions and getting him on over routes and X, Y, and Z. I don't think people fear covering 10, you know, as they did before.
They handle
Stingley handled business, man, and man coverage.
I know with him,
running with him. That was the shocking part to me, because you know usually with Tyreek Hill, you see a zone coverage where somebody might be sitting, you know, backside and he running over and quarterback just don't see him. Like that last pick to call the game was they motioned Tyreek Hill to see what they were in. They were in man, and he booked that motherfucker. So
went up
and got it too. So Mike McDaniel's got to figure it out, or hey,
it's tough, man.
Might get hot.
Yeah, it's hot. Like I said, I'm not trying to say he should be fired or nothing, but you got to start feeling a little bit of that pressure. I mean, look, high expectations. I know you missed your quarterback for some time and everything, put in a tough spot, but I think they should just be so much better, you know, than what they are. They got to play well against good teams. Yeah, like Lo said, shout out to my dog Janu, man. Janu been eating. You know, a lot of Patriots fans were talking trash about him when he was on our team, but he's in a great situation. That's the perfect offense for him. Get the ball in his hands, let him work. He a big, strong, physical dude.
Like a receiver.
Yeah, he could do it now. He been eating. So shout out to him. I'm glad he's, you know, landing back on his feet and, you know, back being himself. He's definitely a good football player. And the last game we'll get to, the Chiefs versus the Browns. Chiefs were able to win that one 21-7. They went ugly once again. You know, Jameis, you know, another one of those Jameis performances where you have a few big plays and then had some books end up getting benched, and even Dorian Thompson-Robinson, he got in, he threw a book too. So, you know, the Browns, they continue to be the Browns, but Patrick Mahomes goes down. That's the biggest story the other day from that. I mean, I know they haven't really specified what that ankle injury is exactly like, but it's like, the second time in like 2 years where he's had his ankle injury, almost kind of got that Curry syndrome with them ankles, man. Curry had he had the bad ankles for a few years back, probably like 5-6 years ago in the league and everything. You got to look like a high ankle sprain to me. This is a team that sits in first place in the AFC. I mean, they could potentially, sit them for these last few weeks. May not end up with home field advantage, but you're going to be in the playoffs regardless. I don't know how y'all will feel about that. You think they should sit them, let them get, as healthy as possible, plug them back in there right away, finish out the year, try and make sure you get home field advantage, bye week, and all that stuff.
You got Carson Wentz. I mean, a proven quarterback. Obviously had to bounce around and, find his way back to where he is now in the league, but still a guy that has played a lot of games and has won, some games, right? And has been in that limelight of, being a team that went to the Super Bowl. Ultimately, he was having an MVP year, but he just got hurt. I just think, man, you sit pat, right? It's nothing to prove. Whether everything got to go through KC or you got to go through Buffalo, you have a quarterback and a veteran team that can go on the road and win everywhere. I think you got to look at the bigger picture when it comes to, how you handle your quarterback right now. Because, without him, I'm not saying you don't stand a chance, but it ain't.
It's different.
It's way different.
Roll without him.
Yeah, it's way different. Different win percentage.
Maybe Carson Wentz pulls a Nick Foles. Maybe
what is funny? You said it. I was literally just thinking that. I don't know if he could.
That'd be so crazy, dog.
That'd be wild.
That Joe will be wild. To me, I feel like he probably gonna try and thug it out. I mean, I think they offensively they have not, been on cue, all year long. So if he did, I think he should sit. But for him, I think they just haven't been on cue. He gonna try and just get out there and try and thug it. To try and make sure they on track when they
make it worse.
Get into the playoffs. I mean, he probably is gonna make it worse. I mean, I don't know. Yeah,
the sprained ankle ain't nothing to play with.
Yeah, so it definitely changes things, though. I mean, not fully healthy. I know they won the bowl when he had that high ankle sprain a few years ago, but if he's not healthy, I think some of the teams in the AFC are too good, and the Chiefs just have not been rolling. As much as a team, I think they could.
The AFC good.
Yeah, you got Buffalo, you got Ravens, the Broncos even look solid, and Steelers too. So Chargers in your division that know you pretty well. I mean, Broncos in your division too. So yeah, I just don't think it's gonna be easy for them with an unhealthy, Patrick Mahomes. I know they've done it before, but to me, as a team, they've been able to escape week after week after week, and then you add a hurt Patrick Mahomes onto that. I don't think that really benefits them a ton, but we'll see. What happens. Yeah. Toradol only gonna help so much.
Tylenol, Toradol, and 5-hour energy.
We'll promote that, but
We'll
promote that, but
you gotta do what you gotta do, boy.
I need a recipe.
We need you,
man. Last but not least, before we turn it to some college football, we got to go back to the Thursday night game where your Rams was playing the 49ers.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not going to just talk about y'all Rams.
No. We're going to make mention of it.
But we're going to talk about Devondre Campbell, the real topic.
How y'all boys feel about that?
I mean, I see it from a different point of view. I know everybody been kind of ragging on him, a little bit, but I kind of see it from his. I mean, I would walk off the field, like that, but I wouldn't walk off the field. But I see it from his perspective. You've been starting all year long. Now I understand Greenlaw. He's a very important piece of that franchise and everything. Got hurt in the Super Bowl, missed this entire year until last week, and then I get benched after I've been playing. Pretty solid ball year long. It's a tough way. I mean, we all got egos as players. We all want to start and play as many snaps as possible. And for you, for you to bench me like that, like I understand your guy is bad, but I mean, it's like, dang, like it is crazy though. To see the coach go to say like get in, like nah, nah, fam. It's a tough spot to be. I don't really like how his teammates are now. I mean, I guess he's still a part of the team, or kind of going at him, like calling him out his name and like this and that. Like
if that was you,
like come on, man. Like I don't think that's necessary. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. I've been like I don't know what's going on with him mentally. I don't know what was said to him and all that. But like that's the choice he made. He has to deal with the consequences. He do saying that's a punk move. Like he don't deserve to be on our team. Like y'all ain't looking like y'all going to the playoffs. No way. Like no.
I'm about to say,
you know what I'm saying?
6 and 8. Y'all don't deserve to have a team right now.
So
It ain't even that. And again, I'm with you, James. We'll never walk out on my teammates.
Yeah.
But I look at it from a different lens as far as like, bro, them GMs, them head coaches, it get real grimy in there with certain stuff like that. So for a player to, crazy injury, right? Last year, popped his Achilles, work back. You insert me and you bring me in to play good ball, and I've been doing that. And for him to just come back and you just
don't play me at all.
Don't play me at all.
Like not even packages.
Not packages, no nothing. That's a big, middle finger to me. And then, to have players come out and say like, oh, punk this and all that. Again, don't agree with walking out on my teammates at all, right? Because we always talk about that brotherhood in the locker room. But I think players, some of those top dogs too, even George Kittle, like you can at some point they gonna say F you too, right? Like you gonna get older,
you can be replaced.
You're replaceable.
Yeah.
So to get in the media, that's the part that I don't agree. And I don't agree with what Campbell did either. Like I wouldn't walk out on the guys, you feel me? But at the same time, you don't know what mental space he was in to be brought in into a team where I'm trying to get up to speed. I'm trying to gain y'all trust. I gain y'all trust. I'm playing good ball. And for a guy to come back off a major injury like that, and he ain't played ball since last February, right, in the Super Bowl, and for you to just take me out is crazy. So from the GM standpoint, all them guys, it get grimy up there as far as how they handle players and stuff like that. So, I mean, a lot of people, a lot of players are taking, they starting to get find ways to get control, and this was one of them. And you see, right, like they're not releasing them now. Now they suspending them because they
green. Yeah,
they doing them green. It's kind of that that back and forth. So man, I ain't never playing it down in the NFL. F them, bro.
I do feel like from a teammate standpoint, like it's just one of those things where like you everything all fine and dandy till it happened to you. Right, like till you get the middle finger, right? Ooh. So, like, I mean, I think I don't condone the walking off the field at all. Like, I would never do that to my teammates, 1000%. I'd be pissed off for sure. Like, I sit my butt on that sideline, be like, I'm straight. But for my teammates to see the work that I put in as coming in that first year, what I'm saying, being asked to do a job, and I've done that job and excelled in that job, and like you said, earned your trust and put our defense in positions to win games and things like that. To be able to have done that and to have filled the role that Dre Greenlaw is returning to and has injured from, and to be able to fill that role and play some good ball, like I don't think he deserved the backlash that he got from his teammates and the way they did it. Like again, it's just one of those things of you got to be able to have that conversation in the locker room and talk as boys, right? But then also seeing somebody else's point of view, because you don't, like you said, you don't know what his headspace was at that time, and even though you don't feel that way, who knows what happened had that happened to you? You know what I'm saying? Like everything's all fine and dandy until you get put in that spot. You know what I'm saying? So,
and not even a pitch or a snap count, like
not even a snap. That's another. It'd be different if he had been in and out the game, or I don't think that ever would have happened. But to be playing all season, to be a starter all season, playing damn near every snap of the game, and then all of a sudden, your original starter comes back and you don't touch the field, like that's a slap in the face.
Yeah,
and you've been balling.
And you know what's crazy too is and again, I know players and all the stuff in the media now, and you got to kind of be politically correct. Yeah. On some of these sports shows, First Take, which I seen those guys talk about it. To me, it was like everybody's like, "Well, don't dress if you're not." Who knows if that was even the plan all week? Like, there's no right. There's no way that all week through practice he knew that like, you ain't getting no burn. Like it's all like we gonna give Greenlaw he got the full go.
Guarantee you he didn't know that, and I guarantee you they wasn't gonna tell him that.
Guaranteed. And that's what I'm saying. So, like, when I hear certain people on ESPN and on shows talking about, don't dress or don't like, but I'm positive it just wasn't that clear, as in, like, Cam, like, Campbell, you ain't running at all this week. Like, if that was the case, he would have probably told them people I'm not dressing. So you done practice me all week, and then game time coming is like, hey, all right, fam, sit back.
Dre rolling,
Dre rolling, and he ain't rolling just for a series or two.
He on a snap count.
He going the whole game.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I'd rather be told the week of them on game day and not touch a field.
Man, you in the whip, banging whatever you bang.
Boy, get yourself in game mode.
Hey, because Warren, linebacker, you got to be screwed up in the head.
You got to be in the headspace.
Them boys in the headspace, and you just like, you ain't. Yeah. Hey, people green, man. People green.
Yes.
And I wonder if my bad, Jay. Go ahead.
They good.
I wonder if they was on the sideline, like, telling them to be ready and things like that, or like, you know what I'm saying? Not even they probably didn't even tell them before the game.
He probably ain't cared though. He be like, I ain't going. He probably had his mind made up. Soon as he told me he was gonna be the starter, ain't nothing. Like it's over with. But
he probably didn't think he was gonna go in the game.
Yeah. So definitely a tough spot for him to be in. They suspended him. He's not gonna get paid, and obviously it's a bad look for him going into. I don't know if I'm assuming he a free agent next year. They probably gonna release him after the year or whatever.
Hey, go ahead, come to LA, bro. We'll take it to the Rams. We'll take it. We need linebackers. We know you're a gamer, dog.
It's so crazy. He probably would have. They did that for a reason. They know somebody. If they would have cut him, they know somebody was going.
I guarantee you, we would have did it. I guarantee you, we would have pulled the trigger. We need it, boy. Hey, right in the division.
It's 3 games left in the season, right?
Yeah.
So if you get cut, right? Because I'm assuming he's gonna get. I just wonder how that situation gonna work. Because like, can you get picked up in the playoffs? Like if the Rams, I wonder how that works, or if they even gonna release him.
If he finishes the season on their roster, I feel like he can't get picked up. If he gets cut like after the last game, I feel like you can't get picked up. I don't know that technically, but I feel like that's how it would go. But I don't know.
The 49ers, they being green. They pulling a power card.
They did on purpose. They said it was going to release him. They said it was going to release him, but instead they suspended him so he can't. They said not to give him what he wants so he can go to another team. So
and we're gonna be right in division in that blue and yellow. Hey, balling.
Bro, y'all boys, that's so crazy to me. Not to give him what he want, but you brought him in, played him the whole season
to get what you want,
and to get what you want and sit him. Man, get out of here, bro.
Yeah, that's
why they're in the position they are in right now.
The league's so crazy, man. They don't even care about you like that, bro.
No, they don't at all.
They don't even care about you.
They just loved them last week, then. You know what I'm saying?
Love them the whole season.
That's what I'm saying. That's how I quit that junk term, boy.
So crazy, bro.
We'll turn the page to some college football. Obviously, this past weekend, Travis Hunter won the Heisman. I know me and Warren picked him to win. A lot of people was hot. They thought Genty was the people's winner of the Heisman, which I said, look, if Genty won, I definitely didn't have a problem with it. But just what Travis is doing just is special. I mean, I don't think we ever seen nobody do what he done did, man. We've had guys play both sides of the ball, but not dang near every snap. And then, be like he probably is the best player on the field on both sides of the ball when he step on the field. That's you don't think so?
I think Shador is a better offensive player than him. But I mean, but as far as talent, like he's a unicorn, he's talented.
Yeah. It's a freak athlete. It just happened to be one of those years. You know what I'm saying? Like any other year, probably Genty will win it in, this type of situation. Just it's just unique. He definitely is like the best player in college football. Like dude's a freak athlete, play both sides of the ball, unlimited stamina, all that. That's to me is crazy. I think it's well deserved. Like I said, it definitely sucks for Genty, but I do think Genty deserves, in my opinion. I know people are not picking running backs, top 10 and all that. I mean, he deserves to be like a top 10 pick. Genty, because he can do everything. You know what I mean? He can pass, block, he can run between the tackles, got the speed, catch out the backfield, got the speed to take it the distance. So hopefully he gets rewarded that way, and they recognize, how good he truly is, and he gets to be one of those, at least a top 15 pick. But I know the running back position is definitely devalued. But I will say when it comes to people and Travis Hunter too, man, leave him and his relationship alone, man.
Leave that man alone, dog.
Y'all stay out them people.
They just trying to start something.
I mean, goodness, like these young people you dealing with, man. Know the internet like to do all this junk. Like people mentally, you don't know what people, you don't know how people handle all that attention, especially people that's not used to getting it, like his fiance. So they like, look, let them handle whatever they got to handle. Whatever's gonna happen with them is gonna happen, no matter what you talk about. So just leave them people alone. Yeah, just let them young people live their life. Like I understand they're in the limelight and you're gonna judge everything she do, he doesn't do, what she doesn't do. Look, that's up for him to decide. Leave them people alone.
I will say this too, though, and not to just be careful of what you share. You see what I'm saying? Because when you do overshare certain things, it give people the opportunity and a chance to judge you and get in your business. And I get it, right? We in a from what our parents and how they handled their relationship and what they shown is totally different, and what we have to endure now with this whole social media and relationships. Your girl don't want you feeling like you hiding her, and it's a whole bunch of stuff that go on to it, right? But I just think just be careful of what you share and what you post, because man, the minute they can find some ammo on you and they can get in your business and they can critique you and they can say this or she did this or X, Y, and Z, it's gonna be all over the blogs, and that's where that's where all the problems start, man. So but again, man, let people, everybody love life is totally different, man. Let him and his figure out and grow through their situation and their problems for them, right? Everybody shouldn't be critiquing and all this stuff, man, because it ain't your business at the end of the day. You ain't with the girl, he is.
Right. He is. You ain't got to deal with it. Right. You ain't got to deal with it. And I will agree with that too. Like for Travis and his fiance, I would say don't give people so much access, to what y'all got going on. Which I understand you in the limelight and everything, but the more access you get them people, the more details you give. You just lighting the fire. You just throwing more gasoline on it. So I wouldn't even address it as much as what they have.
I got it. Since we're talking about awards, bro, what y'all think about the San Jose State receiver and that Bowling Green tight end getting snubbed? Or do y'all feel like they got snubbed?
I mean,
or not getting an award? Like, for example, like the Bowling Green tight end, or Harold Fannin, I think his name was.
He's a dog. Yeah, he's a dog.
Bro, he's a dog, bro. They said he led the tight end category in every like literally every statistical category for the tight end he led, but yet he don't win.
I ain't gonna lie. Go ahead, James.
I just don't. I'm not a bigger component of it all just being about stats. I mean, for some dudes like you, some dudes' presence is just it's just felt when you step out on that field. Like Tyler Warren, like
for sure.
That boy presence felt. You step out on that field, he doing it. I mean, I'm not big like saying like the competition thing. Look, you playing college football, you eating. I don't care who the hell you playing against. I'm not gonna have a knock against you. Just like to me, there's a difference. I know Nick Nash, not to take anything away from him. I think to me, there's just a difference between him and Travis Hunter. It's even a difference between him and Tretch from Arizona. So, and not to say that he's not going to be a good pro or anything like that, but I just think those guys are just a little bit more dynamic, than he is, and I think they probably demand a little bit more attention than what he probably gets as well. And like I said, I haven't watched a ton of his film. Maybe he's demanding double coverage and all that stuff. Like I don't know, but
so like
that's just my opinion.
You think the awards are based off of just presence? I mean, because it's supposed to be statistical, right?
Not all statistical.
And I'll say this, right? I've been arguing with people ever since they announced Travis Hunter as the Heisman winner, right? And not that Travis doesn't deserve it, because right, he does, but I just think now it's become so like ball used to be, and when we was watching, like when I think of Heisman winners, I think of Cam Newton, and not that Travis Hunter isn't any of that, but I think of Cam Newton, I think of Derrick Henry, I think of Marcus Mariota. Those guys all had stats or led the category in whatever position they were at. But now I think with awards, you're starting to see like it's not just about your production on the field. You gotta have that. You gotta have that. I always mess the word up. Aurora, or however you say it. Or whatever, however you say it. You gotta have that. Like it's so much more now, Warren, to just put the ball down and go play ball. It's a lot of other factors.
I feel that.
Which I don't think is fair.
I don't think it's fair, but
I don't think it's fair either. But at the same time, I mean, all these guys are because Travis won the Belindakoff, right?
Yeah,
bro, he won like 8-9 awards, dog.
Like I've been arguing with Travis Hunter is not the best receiver.
He's not the best receiver, right? Dog.
And there's but between McMillan and dude from Missouri, I always mess his name up. Burton.
Neither one of those guys had one of them years though. Like they didn't do like nothing crazy.
I got what you're saying. But the stats for Travis don't back that up either, right? So I just think it's becoming now of a lot of the awards got a lot of popularity and story involved into it. And I mean, if that's where we're going now with college football, hell, everybody gonna be playing both ways now.
But to me, I mean, Charles Woodson won it. I mean, his stats or whatever wasn't, this and that. I mean,
you sure about that?
Offense,
I wasn't open like that.
Okay,
but didn't he do special teams too? He was a returner too.
He was cold. Even with Reggie Bush, like I don't think he led the league in rushing. Like so you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
I think Lendell White might have been the best running back on the team.
Yeah, he probably had more tugs, and so it's not. To me, it's never always been about that. Some dudes just have that present. Like I don't know how to describe it. Like, I don't think it's just like aura. Like just like with Tyler Warren, they line up in Wildcat. They're doing all this crazy stuff with snapping the ball.
I see what you're saying.
Like I don't know if it's like aura or what it is. Like, but I don't know. Some of these dudes just
I just feel like
dynamic.
I just feel like you got guys like that. Like, and again, maybe I just feel like guys like that have put up the numbers and led all categories and things like that, and some sort of recognition in some aspect, because that is hard to do. I don't care what level of ball you playing at, what conference you in, to be the Triple Crown winner in college, bro. Receptions, receiving yards, and receiving touchdowns, bro. Those are hard stats to get in college. Period. So just like, go ahead.
And to lose it to people that are just to a person that everybody. He's not. He's not just
for sure. Yeah, he ain't just anybody. For sure.
But to lose it to the number one thing people keep saying is snap count, and I get it. It's amazing. It's wow. Which I gotta draw back. People been saying like we might not ever see it again. I think we're gonna start seeing it now more. Because now the 5 stars. This is my thing, right? Like people's like, oh, we never seen it. Like Patrick Peterson coming out of high school could have for sure played both ways, but he didn't because he was in the SEC, right? It's a little bit more taxing ball. Jabril Peppers, I played Jabril and Adoree. Both of them had the aura of we gotta kick it to these. Well, you know what I'm saying? But they played in
limited snaps.
They played it. But my thing, James, is they played in when you think of NFL and you think of NFL GMs, why do they draft out of the SEC and the Big Ten a lot? Because it compares to NFL ball, right? That's why at some point they're saying Travis is gonna have to pick one of the other because he can't do both because of the health issues when you get to the league. I just think when you have guys going to, and again, I'm not saying the Big 12 is an ass conference, right? But when you have a lot of guys now going to conferences like that, yeah, you can get on the field because it ain't competition ain't a first round draft pick you lined up again. That's motherfucker trying to make a name for himself. So I just think the snap count thing is a little bit juiced up, bro. It's at Colorado.
Because if you think about it statistically, if Travis Hunter been on one side of the ball or the other, we wouldn't be having this conversation. He wouldn't have won not now.
And it wouldn't have been close.
You don't think so?
Been close.
No.
If he strictly play offense, you don't think he get.
He was
like
he
three.
He
played every snap. He played every snap.
Bro, but he played. Bro, he played every quarter, majority of this. He played 90 snaps. He played 90% of the game on both sides of the ball.
But
So no, I really don't.
To me,
they bucked Jenny, fam. I ain't gonna lie.
I don't think they did buck him, man. They did buck him, bro. You are not. I don't think you are going to see another player play both sides of the ball, be that productive on both sides.
I
be that productive for an entire.
I disagree. You might see especially with.
I think you're gonna see it. I think you're gonna start to see it
more often.
A lot more often. And the reason why I say that, James, is because now and with NIL and everything, right now, the 5-star kid from South Florida who would normally go to Bama, and obviously not Bama, let's say LSU, right? Would go to LSU or Georgia. Now with the NIL stuff, that kid that can play both ways, I can go to a Colorado or I can go to a Kansas or something like that, right? And I can get on the field and play both ways. I think you're going to see a lot of athlete players that are 5 stars, 4 stars. They're not just going to specific schools anymore. I think the landscape is, you know what I'm saying, is way more broader now. And that's credit to Travis. He started that.
For sure.
Right? He is the trendsetter and the starter of that. But I think now we're going to see it more.
And then we also see, and my bad, Jazz, I'm going to let you get to what you was about to say. Like every year, like we see talent become more and more like capable of doing things that we weren't doing. Like every year you get a different breed of talent, and kids have gotten a lot stronger, a lot faster, a lot more durable over the course of generations. So I do think we will see it again, and I think we'll see it a lot sooner than what we expect. I really do. And I think we see a couple of people may have success with it a lot more than what we expect. I just generations are getting better.
If I'm Malachi, man, I'm trying to play both ways, man. I'm trying to play both ways, dog. They giving out the Heisman. You ain't gotta be number one at everything. You just gotta be good. Yeah, man. You gotta make an
impact. But to me, like, there will be other people. I'm not saying nobody else is going to do it. I'm just saying, like, the way, like, this dude is attacking the ball defense. Get on offense. Go take somebody else.
For sure.
He's special, bro.
It's hard, bro. It's not easy. I'm not saying that it is.
Like, I do think people will do it. It's just hard to see somebody else make. I mean, I'm not saying it can't be done, but I think it's gonna take a few years for somebody else to do something, very similar to it. But we'll have to wait to see.
Hey,
Did you feel like you could have did it?
And the bit, hell no.
And
I would call that. He put the ball in my hand. I would cold, fam. But that's different. I ain't gonna lie. That's a whole nother level. But I was gonna say this. Hey, Losin here, James. Hey, New England, bro. Y'all do the right thing, man.
Yeah. Get that boy now.
Zero all pro. He gangster. Go ahead and pair him up with.
I got a question for you. Why did we not have that same? And again, maybe he didn't play as good as I thought he did. Maybe he did. Why didn't we have that same conversation about Miles Jack when he did it with UCLA? Because that boy had numbers on both sides of the ball.
He was told, but he wasn't.
Man,
I'm just asking because he did it and had success doing it.
I'm gonna let James go. I got him.
He told it, but I don't think he was really like that, like at running back. Like he was solid. Like I never think he was like that.
I think statistically he was.
I don't know what his stats look like, but to me he wasn't like that. And his team wasn't. Yeah.
D young boy.
He was Pac-12 freshman of the year for both offense and defense in the same season.
Yeah. But then after that, then what was it? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. I mean I get it. Yeah.
Hey Warren, man, D young boys, D boys Saturday 1 o'clock, 12 o'clock game, they scoring on you. All this stuff like that at 4 o'clock, man. Them boys on TikTok and YouTube, podcast, everything accessible. You know what I'm saying? Like he is a media star. Everybody love him, and it's nothing. But I just think when it came to like, and it's so crazy that this is a part of football, bro, because they both were good, him and Jenny. But when it came to like being personable, and I actually like this dude. We don't know how Jenny is personality wise, because he don't have that extra factor into it. But you look at Travis, right? Like people actually love this guy, bro, because he's a good person, and you see it through the whole prime time and all that stuff. He just got a lot more eyes on him, bro, and they bring a lot more show.
Shouts out to him. Well deserved. Well
Shout out
deserved.
to him.
I'm gonna take that away from him. Well deserved.
Well deserving.
Oh, I mean, I always thought both guys were deserving of the award. Just so happened Travis happened to win it. Before we wrap, we got to talk about college football playoff starts this weekend. Friday night's first game. We got Indiana at Notre Dame. That should be a good one. I mean, Indiana battle right there. Notre Dame's in Indiana. Most people probably don't think. I mean,
I'm going Indiana.
Indiana.
I went Indiana too.
I'm going Indiana.
I think they're gonna run it up.
Oh, run it up!
I think Indiana gonna run it up.
I like Notre Dame in that one. Not gonna lie. I like their defense. I don't think they win by a lot, but I think they win that game.
A corner, is he the corner that they have?
I think he might be
up this year.
I haven't really seen him when I watched, but I got to check him out. Ben Morrison. I don't know. From what last few times I done watched him play, I feel like he wasn't out there, but I don't know. Then Saturday we got SMU at Penn State. That should be another good football game. Penn State's backup quarterback hit the transfer portal. Bo Perbula. You know what I'm saying? Whatever.
I'm Wisconsin.
We done got about two other quarterbacks already. But I mean, we more the better for us. We need competition going on. But SMU at Penn State. I don't know who y'all like.
Penn State. Boy, it's about to be brick. Yeah, Penn State. No, it about to be brick.
I don't know.
I'm really feeling the underdogs in this playoff for whatever reason.
Bro, I want to see SMU win it, bro. But that weather play a factor. Boy. It's supposed to be like 20 degrees or less. That stuff is real.
If SMU come out of that for that pregame and all them young boys, they like this, they don't want to.
Hey, them boys better warm up. Hey.
So SMU, if you see this, anybody see this, just you gotta psych yourself, bro. Even if it is cold, just go out there and just like don't show them that you ain't mentally there. But that weather is gonna be the turning back.
Hey, bro, I'm about to say some crazy stuff. Hey, bro, hey, chill first. Hey, but if I'm SMU, I go out there, you know what I'm saying? You know, take you know what I'm saying? Like go out there,
everybody ain't built like that one.
Yeah, that's what I gotta say. Just warm up with just your skin.
Everybody,
that's all I gotta say.
I ain't never did that.
Ain't nothing. I
ain't doing that.
Hoodie and all.
Get used to it. Get used to it.
Shiesty on and everything, man.
Y'all like Penn State in that one? I don't know. I like SMU. I don't know.
I only say Penn State because of the weather.
I'm gonna say Penn State.
All right, then we got another good matchup. We got Clemson at Texas.
That's gonna be a good game.
It's gonna be a good one. I think a lot of people sleep on Clemson.
They sleep.
Quinn been tripping too. So I still gonna take Texas in that one.
I'm taking Clemson.
It's at Texas too.
At Texas.
I'm taking Clemson.
I just I think we are underestimating that playoff jitter, that playoff air. Clemson, and I mean I know it's new teams and all that stuff, but Clemson has been in the playoffs multiple times. It's just a different feeling. I don't know if Texas is gonna come out. It's playing in them Big Ten championship games. Oh, my stomach be.
but Texas was in the playoff last year, so they got a little bit of experience.
They were. You're right. Yep. You know what? They might be. Yep. Okay.
Yeah. But I mean, I'm
gonna say Texas though.
It's a new thing though. It ain't the same as last year.
It ain't the same.
I won a few games.
You at the crib too. Don't start out slow. Yeah, I'm gonna go Texas though.
You like Clemson, Warren?
I'm gonna go Texas. Let me go ahead and stop playing before I jinx my parlay.
And last but not least, we got Tennessee at Ohio State. I like Tennessee.
Boy.
I like Tennessee.
You like Tennessee?
In the shoe?
I like Tennessee to make it to the chip, honestly. I like the boys to make all
the hell?
The boy, the defense play ball.
They gotta go through the ball.
Wait, hold on, James. Hold on.
I like Tennessee, boy.
You like them to be in the national championship, Tennessee?
Yep.
Oh,
I think they went in the shoe. They defense good enough
Yeah.
Defense good enough to hold up. Then they get after Will Howard, who been on BS.
He been tripping. He been on BS.
And I think their offense is or can be explosive enough. With Nico, they got a good back. Swamp and Sampson, Dylan Sampson. So yeah, that's my underdog pick. I'm rolling with underdog to make it to the chip. I'm going with Tennessee.
I didn't know Tennessee back was that good though. They say he like
that.
He damn near one of the best backs in the country. Yeah. I just think Ohio State gotta win, man. They gonna fire Ryan.
They better win, but
I think it's gonna be close. But I think I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I think Jeremiah Smith gonna go in.
He gonna be the one.
Insane. I think Jeremiah Smith might have 3.
You got
3 tugs.
The boy got pass rush now.
I'm not. I'm not. Again, Tennessee is a good team. I think the game is still gonna be close. But I think Jeremiah Smith is something to deal with, bro. Like, they're gonna get. And that's the thing. And that's the thing is like, you got Carnell Tate, right? Carnell Tate. You got Emeka Egbuka. Like, you got receivers you really gotta worry about, bro.
They ain't been using them, though.
But that's the thing. I really think that
you got a pass rush.
You gotta be able to throw the ball against Tennessee. You cannot sit there and try to pound a rock. Like, that's a team you got to throw the ball against, and I think you really take advantage of take advantage of Jeremiah. Not take advantage of him, but use that man.
I think Tennessee got a gangster ass pass rusher too. Like, he's supposed to be.
Yeah,
he's supposed to be like top 5.
They do.
Yeah.
But you better throw the ball up there. Get a boy a chance, because we done seen what he can do one-on-one coverage.
Yeah, for sure, he can make it happen.
Tennessee gonna run man.
Tennessee gonna run man, and Tennessee got some big corner. Their corners they got big corners. They got one. I think it's number 6 or something with dreads. He played Ryan Williams.
Ryan Williams and Jeremiah Smith. That's
true. He had him in jail. They both different. I'm gonna go O State at the crib. 23-21, bro. It's gonna be a nail biter, bro. It got to be field goal or something, dog. I'm just going off Ryan. I don't want to see Ryan Day get fired.
I mean, either way, I don't think they should let him go regardless. But I mean,
if he loses it, they gonna fire his ass.
They can't, man. They can't.
Hey, bro. Every time we talk about Ryan Day getting fired, bro, I think about that. I think about that social media clip that somebody made, or you know how like they did that little advertisement of like gosh, bro.
Get it out, man.
Urban Meyer passing the controller on. Somebody added the Grand Theft Auto like bus driving off the side of the cliff.
Man.
Every time I hear about Ryan Day getting fired, bro, that's the first thing I think of, bro.
They need to give that man a break, man. It's
bro
tough to deal with out there.
Now, James, before we leave, you seen he was talking about the Ohio State game. I mean, the Michigan. Like, he pretty much the other day or either today or yesterday was just like, it's pretty much just a game. Yeah, like it ain't looking good, bro.
You out of there. You out of there, dog.
Hey, I mean, to me, I hope Tennessee wins, but hey, for Ryan Day's sake, I hope they win.
Bro, it's just bro. My dog tried to save him so by saying it's just a game. That's what you say when you losing and you say you upset. Because you know it's about to get hot.
It's about to get hot. Hey, pick a Nash winner. Before we out of this, pick a Nash winner.
Tennessee,
who you got, Warren? I'm going Oregon. Damn, but I just know Oregon. They've been
somebody gonna slip up. Somebody perfect. Yeah, nah.
Yeah.
The way the college football been this year, I just feel like an underdog. It's an underdog.
I'm gonna go Arizona State.
Woo, okay.
I ain't gonna lie, we going underdog, man. Jenny, bro, come on, fam. Hey, man.
I'm gonna go ASU, dog. I think ASU got it too.
I think it's one of them years for underdog to win it. Honestly, you know what I'm saying. Teams got to win a couple games to actually make it to the Nash. Let them underdogs ride their wave all the way to the chip. I'm excited to watch this first 12-team playoffs. Should definitely be exciting. But that's a wrap for this Money Down podcast on the Believe Network, presented by BetOnline.ag. Appreciate you guys tuning in, tapping in with us. Keep liking, keep subscribing, keep showing love.
1.3 on Twitter. We appreciate it, y'all. We love it.
All y'all.
Love y'all, boys, man. Appreciate you.
This shit feel like game 7. Put lines up through my essence. Wake up in the morning, count my blessings.